Welcome. Coming to you live from the comic shop about 7 p.m. on Wednesday. Wednesday, new comic book day. Um, wouldn't say it was an incredibly busy day here. It is yet another humid and hot day here on Long Island. So um, it's been a little slow, but Wednesday, when the new customers come, when the regular customers come in, we do a lot of schmoozing. So if I don't get time to jump on the live stream before the lunchtime or the after work crew come, it's very difficult. But I did want to show off the new books because we already sold out of a couple of titles. Because as I keep mentioning here on the live, we are cutting orders significantly. So a lot of books that I got one copy of. A lot of graphic novels that I got one copy of. All sorts of things that I ordered, very limited. So I wanted to show it off rather than talk about it at home, so I could actually show what we have. So before we discuss some big industry news that hit today, there's been a whole bunch of big comic industry news. Let's first look at the new comics. We've got Task Force 7, the Absolute Power tie-in. We've got Absolute Power #1. Action Comics 1067, speaking of two new storylines. Gail Simone takes over the main line, and Rainbow Rowell takes over a romance Clark and Lois story in the back. Domain, spinning out of Public Domain. Galactor from the Gatchaman series. Hunger and Dusk, Book 2. Kid Venom, #1. Rick and Morty 10th Anniversary Special. Star Wars Osaka, taking the show and turning it into a comic book. Ninja Turtles 40th Anniversary Celebration of the Ninja Turtles. X-Men #1. Let's get the A cover out here for that. #1. New line of X-Men. Doom, second printing. This is the big Sanford Green, Jonathan Hickman comic book. Second printing. Tales of the Teen Titans 44. The third part of the Judas Contract reprinted. Blood Hunt special with the Hulk. Blood Hunt Wolverine #3. Oh, actually, this is for someone. So, yeah. And then a whole bunch of ongoings: Annihilation, Batman 89, Gotham by Gaslight, Critical Role, Crocodile Black, Cult of the Lamb, Dawn Runner, Get Fury, Looney Tunes, Precious Metal, set in the world of Little Bird, Spider-Boy, Symbiote Spider-Man, and the new Transformers. Besides for those, we have three comics from the people, besides for the graphic novels we looked at yesterday. Let's look at those. Ooh, the sun is like beating right in here. We've got Space Mullet, Daniel Warren Johnson's webcomic, his real first major work, now collected in a nice little volume from Image Comics. Daniel Warren Johnson, of course, huge creator currently with Transformers, Do a Power Bomb, many others. I Hate Fairyland Compendium. It's the first series of I Hate Fairyland all in one big book. Also from Image. Excuse me. Everything else we've looked at yesterday. You can check out yesterday's video for all this goodness. Check my social media earlier yesterday for a discussion about these new compact sizes. And yeah, let me know if you're looking for any of that. In our live industry news, 3 pieces of industry news that I know of today. Three pieces of industry news that I know of today. First, I'm going to blow my nose, so I apologize in advance. We'll go from sad to happy in the news. The first piece of news, a very sad piece of news, is that the great Michael Zulli has passed away. Michael Zulli, an incredible creator of the 80s, 90s, and 1000s. We did an event for his wonderful Puma Blues. I actually tried to get him to come out for that, but the publisher said he was not available. He didn't really travel. He was already, I think, in his 70s when we did that a few years ago. Just a tremendous creator. Definitely look up Michael Zulli's work. He's known for a few issues of famous comics, but his Puma Blues, really next level genius. I really should reach out to Dover to see if those are still in print. Dover did a beautiful, complete Puma Blues, but I don't think they're in print anymore. I'll have to find out. So we really have lost Michael Zulli. Michael Zulli, I believe, might have been the first Kickstarter I backed. about 14 years ago, 15 years ago, he had a Kickstarter for a project of his. Man, I wish I could remember the name of it, but it's just gorgeously, beautifully illustrated book. His line is unparalleled. No one can compare to Michael Zulli. So that's the first piece of very sad news. We've lost an amazing creator. Next piece of news, which a lot of people are taking as very sadly, but again, where I stand in the comic book world, where I see things as a retailer, I can't decide that something's bad news. I understand that people might lose their jobs because of it, but Boom Studios, Boom Comics, was just purchased by Penguin Random House. Now, Boom is a company that, thanks to the hard work of their direct market people, Philip Sabak, Morgan Perry, really carved a place for themselves between 2018 and 2021 in the retailer market. Boom went hard. They offered returnability. They offered all sorts of incentives. They had loads of different kinds of variant covers for all the different kinds of collectors who collect variant covers. I'm okay. I have like one friend, so doing a little better than you. But Boom Studios being purchased by Penguin Random House will change everything about how they do their business. Boom is still, to this day, giving returnability on whole series that come out. Hi. Penguin Random House, I don't think is going to offer. I don't think they're going to buy Boom to make a line of comics. Again, this is not going to happen until 2025. Thank you. I do too. This is not going to happen until 2025. Boom will have time to change how they do their business, what they do, and we'll see. The third announcement, the third big thing to happen in comics is that First Second, the Macmillan imprint that publishes such wonderful graphic novels as Zita the Space Girl, the Adventure Zone comic books, loads and loads of other young adult titles, has announced a new division within Macmillan, 23rd Street Books. Again, the Macmillan offices are on 23rd Street. First Second makes a lot of great books. The Adventure Zone books are adult books. Sailor Twain, written actually by the publisher at First Second, Mark Siegel, is a wonderful book. It's also very adult. Roaming by the Tamaki cousins, an adult graphic novel. 23rd Street Books, I assume, will now become the house for those and more other ones. What they're looking to do is to take the idea of what First Second has been. Oh yeah, and I know this is not for everyone watching live. This is for my actual followers who will come and watch the video later, discussing comic news. I don't know why you would come onto my live stream unless you want to hear about comic and comic news, because that's what we talk about. They're going to take 23rd Street Books and they're going to move over all the adult First Second. It's going to create something that people have said for years. First Second only is about 14 years old, 13 years old as a company. People said, I don't understand. Aren't they a kids publisher? Whenever they would put out something grown up, they did Scott McCloud's The Sculptor. Whenever something like that would come out, people would go, aren't they a kids publisher? So 23rd Street Books is going to allow them to position themselves as that. Everyone's going, oh, it's such good news. Sure, but it's good news. And the Boom is bad news. Boom is moving to Penguin Random House. It's terrible. I don't know how to view that stuff. All I know is more avenues for more people to make more graphic novels is good. I don't think Boom being purchased lessens the amount of stuff that they're going to make. There might be a few less people involved. There might be editors and design people who Penguin Random House is going to get rid of. But Penguin Random House also made 3 new imprints in the last 5 years where they hired people. So how does it balance out? I don't know. People hate the consolidation of these companies being owned by lots of other people, but then they also hate when companies can't afford to make all the books that they used to make stay in print, stuff like that. So it's all a balance. We'll see how the Boom stuff actually shakes out when it's done. We'll see how the 23rd Street Books announcement looks 3 or 4 years from now once they've put out a whole, their whole original line of books as announced. But in general, it's positive news. The Zulli news, I think, puts us in a net loss. But overall, not a horrific day for the comic book industry. We sold out, like I said, we sold out of a whole bunch of new issue number 1. So if you're looking for the hot new single issue releases on here and you didn't see them on my shelf, we've probably already sold out of them because, like I said, we are cutting our orders like crazy. Unless anyone watching right now has any comic industry news they want to discuss or comic book stuff they want to discuss, I'm going to head out and start getting the day wound down here at the shop. And until next time, remember, damn it, babies, you got to be kind.